Hey y'all, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. It is Macro Monday, and today we are drinking Imperial by Cervecería Costa Rica out of Belén, Costa Rica. Thanks for joining us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional, somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. It is everybody's favorite Monday. It's Macro Monday, first Monday of each month, where we do a macro and we tell you what we think about it. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. They'd rather be watching Hopped Up Beer Review. I'm Ben. What are we drinking today, gentlemen, for Macro Monday?
Imperial. It's got the crow on it. I'm sure it's an eagle. They like their eagles down there.
Or some sort of dragon, maybe, I don't know, phoenix.
I mean, it reminds me like the flag icons for like Romania or,
Poland,
yeah,
Germany.
It's weird with the little top knot coming off of it.
Like a peacock.
Yeah, you see the top knot, and then it has the tongue sticking out, which is a little bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
All right. Why are you clanking over there?
Because I can. I'm a clanking.
We just lost.
Andy's,
We just lost one of our viewers because they don't like the clanking noise.
So be it.
I'm sorry, viewer. Bye.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mates.
Happy Macro Monday, you guys.
Indeed. Exciting.
Trying to get there. Well, one more sip. Imperial is pale lager, 4.5%. This was first brewed by the Cervecería Ortega, Cervecería meaning brewery, the Ortega Brewery, in 1924. It is the most popular beer in Costa Rica, and what they say it's the favorite beer of Costa Ricans. So a little history. It is currently brewed by the Cervecería Costa Rica. Going way back, when I mentioned the Ortega Brewery, the Cervecería Ortega, the Ortega family founded that in 1910. Started brewing this beer in Imperial in 1924. FIFCO, which is Florida Ice and Farm Company, purchased the brewery, in 1958. Now, do y'all recall me previously speaking of the Florida Ice and Farm Company?
I do.
I'll get back to that. Florida Ice and Farm Company was founded in 1908 by the Lindo brothers from Jamaica. And the company originally was dedicated to agriculture and the making of ice. And the property it was located on was called La Florida in Costa Rica. Now, them being from Jamaica, they were English speaking, and it was common for people in the Eastern Caribbean who moved to the Western side or into the Gulf and started businesses to give it English names. And that's why it was called the Florida Ice and Farm Company in a Spanish-speaking country. So they got into the brewing and beverage business in 1912 after they purchased an existing brewery there in Costa Rica. So Florida Ice and Farm Company has multiple subsidiaries They had the Florida Bebidas, which is their food and beverage branch, their Florida Capitales, which is investments and bottling facilities, and their Florida Immobiliaria, Immobiliaria, which is their investments in resort hotels. And so under their Florida Bebidas, which is, as I said, the food and beverages, they started a new bottling plant in 1966 and called it their Cervecería Costa Rica. So that's how Imperial went from the Ortega family brewery, the Cervecería Ortega, to FIFCO, and then changed it to Cervecería Costa Rica. Whew. And it's a macro. Now, we mentioned it. Do you recall the beer that we had that I brought this up not too long ago?
Dragon Stout.
No, you're getting Jamaica. I didn't want to. That it was from Jamaica, but I didn't want to.
Yeah, that was my guess. I couldn't remember. Yeah. I remember you talking about it, but
it was actually a beer, an American beer. It was an American beer. We didn't. We said it. I said it was technically a macro, but we didn't do it as a macro Monday because when you look at that, Independence Harbor Amber Ale, because it was made by Rockwall Brewing Company, which is no longer existing, but that was under Genesee Brewing at New York, which was acquired by FIFCO in 2012, along with Labatt USA. The NA North American Brewing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guessed because you said they were from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Fooled you.
Yes. I failed that quiz.
Imperial.
All right. That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's all you get.
Has anybody had this one before? Dang it, Jay. I was going to make you go first.
I can still go first.
And Andy, what do you think?
We're talking actually, it's really not bad. It tastes like a macro, but it's not the worst of the macros. Maybe I like it because I've tried all the US macros enough, and it's easy to drink. It's crushable. It's not like a horrible, I'm not going to say the word because that's rude. It's a family show. So I imagine if I were down in Costa Rica on a vacation, I would be just taking this down like a lot. It's in the 4.5%. I said, I'll give it a 6. It's an easy drinker. I think I give it a 6 because I haven't had it before and I know what I can get here. So.
All right. I'll jump in and go next since Jay has had it before. So the first 2 or 3 sips, I had trouble picking out something that was just a little off to me. And the flavor that I could most equate it with, or the smell, I should say, paint thinner. Like the very and it's like the first couple sips because it's leveled out now, but it's just like it's not like paint thinner like I'm drinking straight paint thinner, but that was just what I got off of the beer. That was just I drank it. And I was like, that was the first thing that came to mind. So I was trying to listen for some hop or something we have not had before, that's only special found in Costa Rica or something. But obviously you didn't say that, so. It's mellowed out now. It's fine. It's not one. I'm with you. If I'm in Costa Rica and this is what they've got everywhere, I'm not gonna have a problem drinking it. But as a macro, it's not something that I have to necessarily seek out again. If we're in a bottle shop somewhere and they've got this and they've got a bunch of other stuff I've never had, then obviously this is not going to be anything I'm even going to glance at a second time. So all that being said, I think it's fine. I think it compared to, some of the U.S. macros, you don't get that corn flavor, which is the worst that we have in here in America. So at least I don't. It's just paint thinner. That's what I get. So
I'd rather have paint thinner than corn.
Any day. So I'm going to give it a 5.5. I think it's okay. But again, I'm not going to search it out.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I don't know about the paint thinner thing. To me, it almost has like a, that sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost the first sip or two reminded me kind of like an apple cider, if you will, in some ways.
Or paint thinner?
No paint thinner. But
Apple
it's super sweet.
Paint thinner.
Yeah. And
I prefer the sour apple paint thinner.
Yeah. Much better.
No, I think I probably had it. I'm sure I had it in Costa Rica because I've been there. So that's where I haven't logged it officially, but it's one I've had before. I agree. I mean, it's not something I'm going to go out to the store and grab. But if you're in Costa Rica and it's cheap beer, why not? At 4.8%, drink it over and over again. If I recall correctly, it does give you a bit of a headache, but that's if you have a lot.
Paint thinner. Paint thinner will do that.
Definitely give you too much beer and not enough water. That'll give you a headache.
Yeah, so I was right there with Andy. This is a 6 for me. It's not anything spectacular, but it's drinkable, and when in country, you drink it.
That is going to be a 5.8 for the Imperial here on a Macro Monday. Definitely one that if you've had, you need to let us know down in the comments. We would definitely appreciate that. Be sure to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. Check us out in all the social media links down below in the description, because you do not want to miss a Macro Monday. You need to make sure to cheers that notification bell too. It's the first Monday of every month, and we review a beer that maybe we've had or maybe we haven't. Come say hey on our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It is a chat room. We chat about macro beer all the time. And if you have any interesting Hopped Up Beer Review merch like t-shirts or koozies or glassware, check out the link below. And lastly, you have any interest in any of the equipment we use to record the show or any of the special glassware that we have purchased outright that we sometimes show on the channel here, be sure to check out that link. Jay is ready to be done for Andy in the Attic and ready to be done. Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.